Oh my goodness, you brought up so many things where I'm like, where do I go from that? Because I have so many questions. You had some really great points. And the first thing that really stood out to me in what you were sharing was you weren't just waiting for a result, you were waiting for answers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, why is this happening or not happening? So you're waiting for answers. You're also waiting for results. You're experiencing that disappointment month in and month out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk about all of the lies that you're battling in the back of your head. And I really actually appreciate you bringing that up about, you know, just the mindset of culture and maybe specifically your family of origin. And this, of course, is related to biological kids. So let's tie this into
Mm-hmm.
the conversation related to adoption. There
Mm-hmm.
can be a lot of negativity, you know, and other voices around us that are like, why would you want to welcome in someone else's child? Why
Yeah.
would you want
Yeah.
to introduce yourself to that kind of trauma? Why would
Mm-hmm.
you want to do that? And so you're battling, waiting,
Yeah.
wanting answers, you're wanting the results, you're wanting all this, and your head is just spinning. So
Yeah.
Alice, how did you seek the Lord in that season of just all of this coming at you, the
Mm-hmm.
emotions, the questions, the self-reflection? What did your time with the Lord look like during that time?
Oh, yeah. I think um leading up to a certain point, it was kind of denial, not really wanting to engage with the deeper feelings inside, like wanting to
Yeah.
avoid them,
Yeah.
because it's like there's the grief runs so deep, and the possibility that this might never happen,
Mm,
um, that it's just like, let's just avoid going there at all, because if we don't go there at all, we won't get swallowed up
yeah.
in the grief. Because once the Lord, I was at this infertility, this Christian infertility conference, Choose Joy, in Southern California. That
Okay.
I don't think it's going on anymore, but that was the first time that I feel like I really engaged with these deeper feelings of longing
Mm,
and desire. And it felt so overwhelming, like it is going to consume me. Like I will die from this pain, and the long, like hope deferred makes the heart sick. That's what the word says, you know?
yes.
So there were seasons and spurts. There was like the denial, like I don't really, it's fine, everything's fine, my career's fine, my marriage is fine, everything is fine, life is fine. Then I think there's that breaking point, which where like once the Lord got a hold of my heart, then it's felt like a moment by moment. Okay, Lord, my heart and my flesh may fail, but you are the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Like if you were my only portion forever, God, like I would be okay. I would learn to be okay. I would be okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, but you should, my journal, so much of that process, my journal is just filled with just raw emotion. So like I would be so embarrassed if anybody ever read my journal. There are so many fun words, spicy words in there, you know, just crying out to the Lord and processing with him. But I think bringing my pain with him, bringing the prayers to him, just going to him, I think that's what that waiting and hoping process was for me.
Mm, that's so beautiful. I really appreciate you sharing that and how raw that is because I think sometimes we're definitely afraid to go there. I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't have time. I literally have said this
Yeah.
statement in the last couple of years. I don't have time to feel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
I
a
don't have
really
time to
scary
fall
place.
apart. I don't have time to
Right.
fall apart.
Exactly. Yes, and I
Hmm.
know so many of our moms can relate to that
Yeah.
because we're juggling whatever we're doing, even if we're waiting to become a mom, we're still juggling a lot,
Yeah.
right, as women.
Hmm.
And so we're trying to process all of this. We're carrying these crazy emotions and you keep talking about it. And I want to come back to this. You know, you're kind of like on the cusp and on this edge of do I grieve or do I not?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you're in this weird thing of how much do I feel and I don't have
Hmm.
time to feel. And so there's
Hmm.
all of this going on in you, but I love that you talk about just pouring that out to the Lord. And I think that sounds like, guys, hear me. Don't let that become cliche for you. Pour it
Hmm.
out to the Lord.
Yes.
He
Yes.
he welcomes it. He is present with you. He can
Hmm.
handle the spicy words. He
Yeah.
can handle the spicy feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember personally, even after our adoption was fulfilled after a long season of waiting and failed
Yeah.
adoptions, where I
Mm.
got the fulfillment, I got the
Yeah.
result, and I came at the Lord super spicy because I was like, this is not what I signed up for. You know, so here's the big takeaway for this part of the conversation. The Lord can
Yeah.
handle our spicy, right,
Oh,
Alice?
yes, absolutely. All he already knows it. It's just
He
like a
does.
matter of whether we feel comfortable saying it to him. So, yeah,
Yes,
easy.
absolutely. I love that. And he is the safest space for us to express our deepest feelings and
Yeah.
our deepest longings and our grief. And even when we don't have words to the feelings that we're experiencing, but we just feel it in, deep in our bodies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that is so beautiful and such a great reminder, even for me. And for those of you, I'll share this with you, our listeners know this, but if you're new to
Mhm.
the show, we have been in a long seasons of waiting as well. So
Mhm.
much that over the course of the last 12, almost 13 years, we've had 10 adoption processes and have waited on those, and only one
Wow.
has ever come to
Oh
fulfillment.
my. Oh my
Only
word.
one. And
Oh.
so it's a whole other conversation of waiting, of you seek this, you wait on it, and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So let's go
Yeah.
there for a second in conversation. And you
Mhm.
talked about this a second ago where you were like, Lord, you are my portion, you are enough. But
Yeah.
let's dive, and I love that. And I think that is the absolute perfect and right answer.
Mhm.
But let's talk about that a little bit for maybe our waiting families, our waiting moms right now, where they're like
Yeah.
wrestling with, should I grieve? Is this really never going to happen? If I come to a point where I understand this really isn't going to happen, how do we
Mhm.
respond in a way that honors the Lord?